Hi YouTube, it's me, the Shy Pianist, or you may know it as Donald of Zephyr War Games, bringing you an updated MR5 Zoodiac deck profile. So, with Drident coming back to one, I've been requested by Dale to make a competitive deck profile for you guys, something that I would play if I was to enter locals with, and aim to win with it. And so hence with the small sleeves, and obviously I've been requested to do it as we have the long-running joke of me saying this was my birthright deck as a joke. But yeah, being the 12 Zodiac monsters of the Chinese Zodiac, I thought I'll at least go over the Zodiac monsters as well. The effects again for all you newer players who weren't there at its prime, and then I'll go through all of those and that. But just a generic sense on the Zodiac monsters, the XYZs gain the main deck monsters attack and defense, and they also gain effects on top of what materials they have underneath them. And with the Zodiac XYZ monsters, you can use one Zodiac monster you control as just to XYZ summon on top of them, and you can only do this once per turn, or you can just hard summon them by the number of level 4s they need to summon them. So with that out of the way, yeah, let's go straight into the deck profile, because it has been a while since I've covered Zodiac. Yeah, and let's go straight into it, sorry. So starting straight off, the leader of the pack, the rat himself, Zodiac Rapier. When he is normal summoned, you can send one Zodiac card from your deck to the graveyard. Generally with this, now you'll be sending one of your Zodiac monsters, or in this some cases combo. And as a material, he gives the XYZ monster effect of once per turn, it can detach a material to then special summon one Rapier from your deck. Now, this is the reason why he's limited, to be able to just like get two Rapiers out from your deck for pretty much free, on the fact that you just need to search this and just go off, was pretty powerful back then. And now that we're basically going back to in a way MR3, but obviously MR5, to then use multiple XYZ monsters is why he still has to be at 1. Yeah, so that's on that. Next, we are playing triple Thoroughblade, the horse of the deck. Thoroughblade is mainly for your beat stick play. He is the 1600 attack and 0 defense, giving your XYZs the basically quote-unquote power. His effect, if he is normal or special summoned, you can discard one Zodiac card, then draw one card. His material effect is it gives the XYZ monster piercing. So yeah, that's why you need to have 3. Next we have triple Zodiac Whiptail, the snake. So Whiptail, his effect is during either player's turn, if this card's in your hand or field, you can target one XYZ monster you control that's originally beast type. Whose originally original type is Beast Warrior, and you can attach this card from your to it as a material. So quick effect on field or hand, attach it to a material, and the material effect is after damage calculation. If it battles an opponent's monster, you can banish that opponent's monster. Actually, no, it's not even you can. It's not optional. It's just straight up banish your opponent's that monster. So back then, this was like the non-target removal power play of the deck, and the fact that it can attack first and then attach itself to an XYZ monster, giving it the 1200 extra damage, led to some games on that part. But yeah, the fact that it can just banish your opponent's monster is the strong effect of this part. Next, the next 3 are sort of very similar, but I'll go through each one of them. We have Zodiac Catalyst, the rooster. If he is destroyed by battle or by card effect, you target one Zodiac card in your graveyard, except himself, and shuffle it back to the deck. During either player's turn, if and the material effect is if the monster, if your opponent activates a monster effect that targets the card, you can detach a material to then negate activation. Next, we have a Zodiac Bunny Blast, the rabbit of the deck. So Bunny Blast, if she is destroyed by battle or by card effect, you target one Zodiac card in your graveyard and you add it back to hand. And the material effect is if the monster is targeted by a spell card or effect, you can detach a material to then negate activation. And last but not least, we have Zodiac Ram, the ram of the deck. If it has been destroyed by battle or by card effect, you target one Zodiac monster in your graveyard and special summon it. And if it's as a material, it gives the monster effect. If it's been targeted by a trap card or effect, you can detach a material to negate activation. Hence why these three are very important to give a layer of protection to your XYZ monster spells and traps. So yeah, bear in mind on what you want to do, use on that part. And Bunny Blast is probably going to be more important now, considering that Barrage is now at 1. But yeah, I like to keep these at this ratio, simply because it not only does it give you like a starter play, obviously, to go into XYZs, it's mainly for combo, to then give you that material to attach for whatever situation you need to counter effectively. So yeah, so that's that. So those are the zoos for the main deck. For the rest of the deck, we are playing Super, Ultra, and Secret Ash, or just any hand trap really, any sort of tech card you want, or any interruption. This build is mainly going to be going first, so this could be, you know, a Kaiju if you want to like maybe go second or something like that. But yeah, choice is yours on that part. But yeah, this build is mainly to go first. On to the spells, we have the one Zodiac Barrage. So, its effect is you can target one face-up card you control, destroy it, and if you do, you special summon one Zodiac monster from your deck. If it's been destroyed by a card effect and sent to your graveyard, you can target one Zodiac XYZ monster you control and attach it to it as a material. Now, very, very notable to know, if for those who are questioning why this is at 1 and why so, many people have been playing this back then, Zoodiac as just an engine. To play 3 of this, any Zoodiac, and then obviously it can destroy itself to then summon the Zoo from deck, and then just go into Drident, giving you a free interruption from just the 1 card during your opponent's turn. So that's why it has to be effectively 1 now. But yeah, I'm glad, I'm still okay with it being at 1. It just gives you need to sort of manage your resources in the long run on the grind game. Because all the Zodiacs are Beast Warrior, we are playing triple Tenki, just such. They are all level 4. So I just keep flashing over cards. They are level 4 Beast Warriors, every one of them. So this is just gives you search from whatever you want on that part. And because they are Beast Warriors, we are playing double Tensu. This is just generally to try and extend your play should you be stopped, most of the point. But back then, the main card that really hurts this deck is Ghost Ogre, fun enough, because obviously monster gets removed, you can't really extend further on with that. If it's Ashed, they can just overlay on top again and do more and continue plays effectively. But yes, Ghost Ogre does hurt the deck the most against this deck. Speaking of like hand traps and that, we are playing triple Call by the Grave. Going first or second, you know, this is still usable and very helpful. Going first or second, obviously hitting your opponent's cards on that part. And because we're have to have some back row removal, because the deck itself doesn't really main anything to deal with back row, we are playing double Twin Twisters. I decided to go with Twin because game 1 you're sort of like not necessarily to be determined to go first or second, or guaranteed should I say. And then this could be sided out for like Heavy Storm Dusters instead, if you're going to game 2 and game 3. Next, because it's still new Banlist, along with the new Banlist, we are playing triple Pot of Avarice. Do not underestimate the amount of monsters that you fill up your graveyard with. Honestly, Zoo do fill it up very quickly because you can just stack one on top of them from just the one monster. If you open up doubles, it's not as bad if you do at least have one Zoo, because the majority of them that you'll be recycling will be the XYZs. Effectively, if you just shuffle 5 back in and then just draw 3, draw 2, effectively. So yeah, definitely want to play at 3. I would also suggest to play at 3 just so that you see it more. But you can have the option to probably maybe just play at 2. Choice is yours on that part. But yeah, do play Pot of Avarice. Last but not least for spells. Now, I do love playing this card. It is Pianissimo. So with Zoo, the XYZ's original attack is 0, and Pianissimo basically just gives it an extra 100 boost. For all of you who don't know about this card, it makes one of your target one face-up monster you control make its original attack at 100, and it can't be destroyed by battle or by card effects for the rest of the turn. And because this works very well, because their attack and defense are 0, the XYZs, they gain attack from the materials, and it doesn't become their original attack. So this basically gives you a layer of protection and just, say no. On to the traps. Here we have 2 Zoodiac combo. Its effect, you target one Zoodiac XYZ monster you control, and you attach one Zoodiac monster from your deck to it as a material. Hence why I am playing the 3 Bunny Blast, Catalyst, and Ram, just to give you that sort of options on what you need to try and protect your XYZ with. And its graveyard effect, you can banish it to then target up to 5 different Zoodiacs in your graveyard, shuffle them back to your deck, and then draw 1. So yeah, the deck itself has effectively a Jar of Avarice, an archetype Jar of Avarice. So so that's why having Pot is just very important on that sense as well. Because we are mainly going first, we are playing Triple Judgment. Now, obviously, as I said, if you're mainly want to go for going second, obviously side these out for something else. But yeah, Zoodiacs just generally don't have an out to a lot of the power plays that the decks have, and there is nothing they can't really count about the sort of turn back if your opponent makes a power play, gets over your board, and you can try and recover, but for the most part you do need to just expend your life points to just negate their play and finish them off on the next turn. Next, we are finishing up the deck with Triple Imperm. To be able to go first or second, to have this card is just really nice to have in the deck. But yeah, it can be anything you really want on this part. On to the extra deck, we have the one dragon herself, Zodiac Drident. So for all of you who don't know about this card, during the player's turn, you detach a material to then target one face-up card on the field and destroy it. So this is their only interaction with your opponent. Yeah, this is Zodiac's gameplay back then, but in all fairness, it is very consistent to just get out because you only need the one Zoo, and it was all you really needed for back then. Next we have Triple Hammer Kong. So Hammer Kong, while it has a material, Zoodiac monsters you control can't be targeted by card effects except for Hammer Kong himself. So he effectively just protects your Zoodiac monsters. And its other effect, aside from the whole gimmick and attack boost, during the end phase you must detach a material. So yeah, he just gives you that protection on that. Next we have Triple Tiger Mortar. So Tiger Mortar is sort of your reattached material. So you detach a material to then target one XYZ monster on the field. And you target one Zoodiac monster in your graveyard, and you attach that Zoodiac monster in your graveyard to the XYZ monster as a material. Effectively, as I said, it's just a reattached material on that part, allowing you to manipulate what affects you or how much attack or defense you give to your monster. So yeah, just on that. Next, so yeah, that's the tiger monkey. Next we have the dog, Zodiac Chapter 9. So Chapter 9, you detach material to then revive a Zodiac monster from your graveyard. Its effects are negated and it can't be used as an XYZ material for the turn, until the end of the turn. That's fine. Generally what you'll be summoning back off with this card is either your Hammer Kong or Drident. Sometimes, for the most plays on the back in the day, sorry, hitting the camera, you would revive Hammer Kong, and because its effects was negated to the end phase, it wouldn't detach and then back during round, and then it'll be live during your opponent's turn, making just that one turn protection. But some cases, some people have revived your Drident and then reattach a material to it to then give that pop effect. So yeah, it is ways to do it, but yeah, this is why we've had triple Chapter 9. Also tonight, if you do revive the 3 when they're destroyed by card effect and then destroy them with let's say a barrage, you do get their effects off in grave because it only negates on field. Last but not least, we have the boar, Zodiac Boar Bow. Being from the year of the pig, I am biased to have this as my favourite card of the deck. So Boar Bow, being the last of the pack, has the effect of being able to attack directly, and it has the fun gimmick. Should you ever pull this off, I salute you. If it inflicts battle damage to your opponent and has 12 materials underneath it, you can send all cards on your opponent's side of the field and hand to the graveyard, then switch this to defense position. Now, I have come up with a play, but that was before Boar Bow was banned, and it did require a 6-card hand, so yeah, it was crazy. But yes, Boar Bow can be your game winner for most sense. Yeah, just to direct attack and then win your game. Don't underestimate him. Last but not least, for the XYZs, we do play the one Tiger King, just to have to be able to set your Tenki. Mainly, so maybe even set your Tensu if you need it. But then to just blanket negate is very powerful. So don't underestimate. I do highly recommend at least playing the one of them. And last but not least, we have the one Diaghost Emerald, just to give you an extra layer of resource recyclability and that part. Before I end on this, I'm sure if those who are new to this would probably want to know why Boar Bow is banned. So here's a effect: you can detach a material to then add one beast warrior that can be normal summoned or set. So back then we played the whole Lunar Light Fusion Subs engine. We would go into Northern and hard summon it, and then you can just get 3 draws and just a lot of draws from the effect. So yeah, that is it for the deck profile. Hope you guys enjoyed this. I do look forward to probably trying, maybe just actually play this out one day again, and then play Zoo as they were. So that is it. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And as always, guys, happy dueling!